First, wake skating and me first like really wake skating are kind of two different things, and it wasn't really till I moved to Claremont and started hanging out at the wakeboard camp. And I mean, at that time I was wakeboarding and still like driven, like, I don't know, went to school all the time and got good grades and wanted to go to college and do that sort of thing, and just a normal kind of path. Never really imagined that, I mean, people that were my heroes and that I looked up to and stuff would be, I don't know, that I'd be like alongside of them doing this thing. It's really strange. I mean, wake skating has just been my entire life for so long now that, I mean, I guess something that you kind of get used to and maybe take for granted or something like that, but definitely something that I've just gotten used to is like being my life and being my day-to-day and like what I do. It's wake skating. I know, I like to feel like me and wake skating are pretty tight. I think we're down, you know, for now. We like each other. Definitely had our fights, you know, what friends haven't. But we're in a pretty good spot. I mean, I've spent a lot of time as a wake skater and, you know, making this my career. And there's definitely a lot more involved once there's other people involved. And I mean, having a team of guys and just like there's other interests other than your own and like other people to think about, and, which is cool. And it's like, I mean, I had a lot of people help me out along the way to get where I was at and selflessly help me out. Like, I mean, people like Scott and Thomas that, I mean, at the time, I mean, obviously I was grateful and thankful for everything, but you don't really think about like the amount of time and energy people are spending on you and investing in you and like committing to you. And I mean, those guys didn't have any like monetary thing to gain through wake skating by investing anything in me. They just did it selflessly. So to be able to like somewhat be in that position is probably like the coolest or the most rewarding thing or whatever of doing Obscura and having the company and doing something more and bigger than just being a wake skater. I mean, as far as like a company in wake skating, it's obviously not something that we're doing to make millions of dollars or anything like that, so the reward comes elsewhere, I guess. Put on some kind of eye protection. Does that work for me? Oh man. I mean, my wake skating today is where it's always had to be for me to continue wake skating, and it's new, it's evolving, I mean, every time I get stagnant is when I take time off, is when I don't wake skate well, and then I'll always just get this spark, like this, somehow something comes along that reignites it, and that's where it's at right now. I mean, it's just fun kind of finding other ways to ride places where I guess that's my goal, is like coming to a place that, you know, conventionally is ridden a certain way and trying to find a different way of doing it. And I mean, a lot of that stems from me being older and not keeping up with the crazy tricks down the drops. I've never been one to perfect a trick. I'm just more about doing it and, I don't know, doing it and moving on and figuring out something else that makes me happy. And that's really where my wake skating still is, and it always is just moving on, finding other things.